Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to ETC Plays Expedition Zone. Today we'll be going through the ancient sanctuary, making our way to the Jestful village.
That's a lot of red trees to search.
They must have some sort of track or trail leading to the village.
Wait, I hear something. It might be Nevrils. Be careful, okay?
While I'm walking up to this pet hang here, I want to mention something that I found out while watching some content for the game. I didn't actually know that you can catch these things without getting them in their little track circle. I don't imagine you catch all of them, but I didn't think it was possible to catch them at all. Useful. So I figured that was worth mentioning.
A storm is coming. Feel the burn!
Take him down.
Sorry for being so indecisive about what little path I'm going. Nice. As you may have noticed, there's a fair few things that trigger on burning enemies, unarmed enemies. It's pretty useful. Yeah, burning marks. It's a nice way to guarantee the burn if you are sort of fishing with your marking shots.
Well, that will help.
If you don't get them burn first 3-4 shots, you should at least get a mark. Faith's child here, another expedition. 33. Why? Me? I'm a dream, an illusion. I don't really remember what I did all this for. I miss laughing with everyone. Well, what were their names? Why do I forget? Everything is washed away. The boy is gone silent. In your first playthrough, those things are like really bizarre and make no sense. I love these enemy types.
That's a lot of dead Nevrils.
They look pretty overt weak points. And they have like interactable movesets. Because like with these, you can blow their arms off.
They must be Jestrels. They're cute, but they're idiots.
There are these little lightning thrower guys. You blow the sides off them, stop them from doing that.
Hey,
trebuchet attack, but they start doing this hidden blade thing that exhausts you. And it's a nice decision though, would you rather deal with a single faster attack that exhausts somebody, or would you rather risk getting stuck? Because honestly, it's too problematic to deal with.
Brace yourselves.
You could have my arm.
Don't worry. We don't want to hurt you, Patat. Noko sent us.
Kapatate, oh, te noko te kepate? Oh, hati noko ke parka debe sakapatate.
If you guide us to your village,
Lero maricor. Okay, Dil. Pero kare mi bossa kapatat. Ni sugama be virageo.
First meet
Guide
off
us to
this
your
area
village,
down,
and maybe he'll make you something better.
and another
Wait,
one
what are you-
further.
Kere sakakipo?
Trust me. I hate liars.
Okay, Dil.
Still
Kama vive, leko gamme sakapatat.
I didn't realize
Come
on
on, put
my first playthrough that you actually had to
You're
like,
better with gestural than humans.
They're less
you don't have to press, but like, you
complicated.
have to like click on these things to like be able to fast travel to them. I understand that may sound silly, but the game auto saves when you pass them. I figured it just sort of recorded that, oh yeah, you've got this hurt flag, you haven't passed this checkpoint. So I felt really silly constantly when I was going back to areas. I'm like, wait, why is there only like 2 flags in this area? So I apologise if it does get frustrating that I'll sort of stop at the stabs and things. It's not really that necessary, but just in case I miss anything, I'd rather get fast travel points. Ooh. What's this? Places lead to things. Place. Just that enemy. Yeah, these are these trebuchet things I was talking about. And like with the sword and cannon guys, you can blow their cannon arm off. So they like only do their sword combos.
well, that will help.
And I'm glad that they don't just sort of like go to like a strictly worse attack. I wouldn't say that you're wrong for not breaking. It just depends on what attack you're timing for. Because honestly, that is that.
Let's push forward.
I think most attacks, if not all, do have
Feel the burn.
carry them.
Take cover.
Carry it! Anka! Gustav, don't die!
Get ready.
I'm back.
Nice.
The play design really is not frustrating. Like the thing feels a false audio here. You probably don't use that full play like that.
Get ready.
Way too long for the correction. I'm in the middle of that, I don't think too much about where I actually put pictures. I was trying to learn them while progressing through the area. Another picture. Nice, energetic start too. I don't think much of the energetic starts, to be completely honest. They're all a bit expensive. Energizing start 1 can be handy. Don't get me wrong, if you do need it for some sort of setup combo, then like, fair. Early on I've been using them with CL
Nice.
to make sure on my second turn I get to 6 AP, so I can apply some Foretell, then Bountiful Harvest to help share that AP with my party while I get into Twilight. Honestly, that's... I think CL might be like stealth one of the better party members. I mean, spoilers. I shouldn't put my character on this game. I think they've done a really excellent job mechanically designing the party,
Nice.
and I think it's really common to, in most RPGs, you'll have 1 or 2 party members that you just don't gel with. And I'm not going to say I love all the characters here, but I wouldn't say that there's any that, like, no, I actively wish they weren't here. So, like, even in things like Baldur's Gate 3, like, no, I find Gale extremely annoying. Bear Daddy's now, like the druid character. Like, sometimes it honestly is bad enough that like, yeah, I'm just
Feel the burn.
just that is all right. About Baldur's Gate. I do have that.
A storm is coming.
Yeah.
Thunder.
So silly.
I'm ready.
I wish all the old ones go.
A storm is coming.
I somewhat reasonably wish thermal transfer heals your AP. But I feel the same about Bountiful Harvest and Intervention in CL.
Finesse and grace.
I don't think Mayo has a weapon that gives him support abilities. need otherwise nice. 100. She might be the only
Brace yourselves.
You may have I wouldn't use this stuff that much.
Chromo is flowing.
Once we get our full
Ice.
really enjoy it. So sort of fighting with Luna. We may have to
That's spills.
actually but honestly, you'll probably hear the sentiment a lot. Healers aren't seen as very useful in this game. Really, you just shouldn't get hit. You won't need healing if you don't get hit, if you just parry everything. I don't know, call me a cautious person. I've always appreciated having access to regens, defensive builds. You know, some people really like that we have the defensive capability, like actually just parry and dodge everything, and I do agree that that is cool. But sometimes you mess up. You shouldn't be a blast. But honestly, it's gonna make no this game.
Let the ink flow.
This game. That stuff's already happened, to be honest. I'm not saying I'm not actually. People want to be surprised.
Take him down.
I'm like, yeah, especially to get the power time again. We probably shouldn't. It also means that there are just 2 out of the 5 stats in the game you have to completely ignore, which is pretty good for simplifying the build.
These things are fascinating.
How do they even stand?
And I wonder how deliberate that is on Sandfall Interactive's part. Because I've mentioned before that if you get to level 99 you get to max 3 stats. So with skills they're a little bit replaced. I get the impression they sort of did mention
Let the ink flow.
offensive hit. Not quite. There's a lot of talk about the game. Should but I think that's a little unfair. It's not untrue. I definitely wouldn't encourage people to play their own story.
This place is confusing.
They built it to make their village harder to find.
But it is kind of nice that it does mean that anybody can experience this. And that's hella nice.
We can use that.
Correct. Wait, 30 years ago they had cars still, jeez. Which way are you?
This will be useful.
Oh, right, that's wrong. Evidently, that wouldn't go very well at this.
63rd. Damn yeah. Damn it! I can't believe we crashed into this. Whatever this massive thing is. So much for Gerald's vaunted reinforced front plates. I can't believe we have to abandon the cars already. We're nowhere close to the paintress. I'll definitely have a concussion. I could have sworn I saw some gestrels running out of that thing. Definitely hallucinating. Damn it, Hector. I told you to slow down! 60.
Sorry. Gonna grab a drink. Alright, what's going here? Oh, is this just a platform challenge? Yeah. Alright, where do we start this from? Most of these platforming sections are good. I'm not a fan of the Jasper Beaches, but I'm also not a fan of the Super Mario. And by that I mean platformers in general. Except Sonic, if you consider that a platformer. You can see the similarities. God, I hope that doesn't get me crucified on the internet. Where is this? Oh. Yeah. That's... In my experiences, for the most part, have chrome elixirs in them. Not always, or anything, it's just one of the better sources of them. Take out this partner.
A storm is coming.
Shield. Spare AP.
Ready to parry.
Take cover!
Couple of them marks.
A storm is coming.
In New Game Plus, it's kind of outrageous. There is a
Danger!
Strike!
I'm not sure what happens if you get a party. I believe it, yeah, to be honest. It's kind of like that. You better send it last then. Right, I wouldn't be able to, but in general, you'd be able to send out the results.
Zombie alerte! Zombie alerte! Ultimate weapono! Kawa umano. Bogi bogi, ultimate sakapatate. E bogo bogo, fighto. Oti, loku, loku.
They sound like kids.
We must be getting close to the village.
Segnate, what you do? Vade vade, ultimate creaciono.
Kinda looks the same as all the others.
Dominare pochi invisible. Si mi no si chiama invisible.
Hey, don't get cocky, Maya. Look at its equipment. That looks a lot more dangerous than the others. No, seriously.
Sounds like
Точка ставь.
I'm ready for you.
Feel the burn.
It's really hard.
Danger.
Get the hell out of here. I'm not when you shoot those things they stagger. It's like shots on them. Like that. Except like from a bullet shot. I wonder if there's like a specific way to do it. I won't do enough damage if I'm there you go. Okay, we'll get into the weak.
Danger.
I can actually like to blow this with the shield on the psychopath fire is annoying. Once you've got the shield on, it doesn't fire the cannon on the shield, obviously. I probably won't do this either, which is kind of a shame.
Precision!
Chroma.
It's not a shame that he stopped doing this.
I won't leave you there.
Great. Right.
I'm ready.
I don't know if I've gotten more. Fingers crossed.
Parry it!
Fingers crossed. There's no doubt about that.
Or those who come after. Get ready.
Точка ставь.
Unlucky. shame. Alright, no bones for you, mate. Nice.
Ready to evade.
They do really push it up. Damage.
Finesse and precision. On guard. Precise strike.
Garbage.
Should say that overcharged. Didn't think we had break that quickly.
Chef Sammy luppe gammalt bive.
Chef.
Damn.
Gorgla, lomma vida faittoru. Kottara chestral kamivori kopinna. Gorgla femikola nissu. Pukki.
I guess that's probably dead to the bird anyway. But nice.
Perfect.
Nice.
Why do they seem to have mech suits? They're not mechanical, but basically are. Maybe they are, honestly. It's like clockwork. Wild. But alright, looks like we found our way to the Jethral village finally.
Interesting.
Let's go to see what this chef they speak of is about. Actually, a couple of things.
Told you Jestrels were real.
You did not.
Well, I thought it.
Nice. Collectible. Get stuck into this Jethral village.
For those who come after.
This is playing. Do, do, do. While I don't agree with people that this village is terribly aesthetically like the Black Mage village,
It's
music
it's
is
really
quite
a village of
reminiscent of it.
Jestrels.
And the
They
Jestrals
seem
honestly
better at
are
surviving
quite
than-
reminiscent of Final Fantasy IX's Black Mages.
Viva!
Yutakatu maru maru la komono no. Ave mibo. Omikira sevu.
Like, they look quite literally man-made.
Oseri. Omigiri nasaki poto. Egawiro komi pomi kuro mama.
What if Gestrels build one another?
Yuki tome naru poputo. Omigeri saraki. Omikira sevu. Egawiro komo pomikira sevu.
Jujubri.
Yuroto sarampe.
You can handle our smoke. Yeah, not bad.
Aya! On me!
Keep that shit out of you. Those would count as something.
Let's dance!
So it's not like that's quite like
Wakiniga
And I'm not crazy about critical momentum, I'll be honest. I don't like playing a lot of health values, as you may have assumed from my previous rant about defense. Okay, that definitely
Ah, cool, come Willow, fosse equipo.
rebuild one another.
Osserito culo Bahama. Ito savo. Oi. Taro mo tasusu bakoroto.
Okay, it's not rare
Well,
for these
I mean,
Jaspers
no,
to
yes.
interact with expeditioners. Yeah, I've got a couple.
Tesso ki mo banno fomi.
I haven't finished this side quest yet,
Luto minna.
like in any of my playthroughs.
Ani.
But from what I have gotten every, like, half dozen or so expedition journals, it gets you 20 color alumina. So it's a
We are
nice way to
fosserito.
upkeep characters.
We are
top up,
fosserito ko ate grinda vikmo ano
make sure
pomigiri
you
sakara
keep all those
kipo kuma
important
wina.
luminas equipped.
So,
What's up with this guy?
hey,
A lot of the gestures in this town have like some sort of little quest. Oh, well, them obviously.
Sekira dobo nina. No niti manoro kape.
You make me wonder if all of them don't have
Gaobaka
this
kiko
sound.
bao.
Bitch, you ain't got no Excalibur.
Eto ni soge. Iko femi. Toro si torampe ona no. Sekira dobo nina. Una gomi. Welcome koki tabe ito sa toro si. Tabe mi bo.
Bitch, give me
Ora
all.
kera gomi. Omi kera. Moro sepro. Dita che tomato?
Psh, you bitch.
Ano bibo tore koma. Noko no cafete toro.
Roma is flowing.
Don't need a wheel charge. Here.
This was weak.
Ça va? Galop parfait. Non niti manoro cape.
I hope there's other gestural villages, sort of like Chocobo forests in the Final Fantasy games.
Yamanoko.
That's not awful. It's not that big of a thing in the game, like for enemies.
You know.
Hello, silly little gestural. Oh Jesus, they have the little ones building them.
What is so? Ah, molto piva che da comi?
Yeah, why would I help you blow me up?
Papito. What is so? Ilo.
Say I could experience.
Ah, bambina seta. So, ni so ge gawilo. Oma wila, foselito. So, ni so ge gawilo. Oh, mali, fiswe nagomi lula.
I forget Gustav's an
Little gal-
engineer. Seems weird that, like, wait, why would he know how to make gunpowder? It's sort of weird that they didn't do this world wouldn't know how to make gunpowder, to be honest, with how people do this world. I don't think they need bullets.
Ah, loco mono, seto gawa?
But obviously, shit like dynamite and stuff still probably exists. Mention like tanks at one point in one of the expedition journals. And I get the impression, like, back in the day, the expedition were like stabbed, like maybe even like had an air force or something.
Oh, don boni baketto. Tula fosof nabe. To ni soge gawilo. Oh, le woke, wambayo, solo fate. Ah, lukido. Keso kido.
Find an expedition.
Oh, grinda David.
Guess probably it's for a party member I don't have yet.
Ah, lukido.
Don't see your way up to your child. Pretty sure they're I should try shooting them, but that seems effed up. Gonna be. Is he going up in these ponds? Oh shit. Would rat squaring up.
Oh,
Hola.
Hello, Mo.
medico.
Apologies if you can
Tula
hear my
fosof
cat.
nabe.
Boneba.
Mais toi, tula kiso. Oh, le woke, wambayo. Ah, bambina seta.
Wait, what? We get kneecap now? I don't want to get kneecapped. Get
Oh,
out of here.
cafe.
You're already missing an arm
Ma
and stuff. You don't
sanno
need
bello.
this.
Tula fosof nabe. Oh, lukido. Oh, kiso.
That's wild. I guess when you just get fixed.
Oma wila, foselito. To ni soge gawilo.
good way to look at things. True. Ooh, jump.
飛び蹴りさから豊かと
Get fucked.
Teo, 52nd expedition. Man, I could barely think straight. Hulking gestural broke my skull. What the fuck kind of friendly fight was that?
Seems like it.
Oh, I'm bleeding out, but their medic is bloody useless. She just
He
keeps telling me about his
petrified.
bone problems.
That's weird.
I'm gonna die here, aren't I?
But from what I understand, that guy wasn't killed by Nevron. Whatever. I'm sure it's just a ha-ha joke. But who knows? Maybe Nevron did get back here and kill him. Sorry, just gonna get up and stretch my legs for a minute. Some circulation back in my hands. Alright. Fucking wrestling fans. I guess it's more like you want to see.
それがウィロ
I've never met a UFC fan. I'm not saying they don't exist, I've literally never met one.
シトランペオバナ
That is a side quest, so we have to worry about later. He wants to hit the damage cap in one blow. Honestly, from what I remember, you don't have to really call for it. But after the arena fight, we might look into smashing that out. It's the meme! It's the meme!
Uma wila
This is an excellent example of what I mean about it. A lot of the gestrels in the town have some sort of little side quest associated with them.
いいばいことでまきまば
Barbara. I just didn't have the shakes
食べ
down.
みぼのらけな
Take cover!
The other disregard for chest. Respect is real. Okay, let's go back to stuff. Let's go.
I'm ready.
Stop! Don't die!
Yay! Baby overcharge. I don't know about that. I'm almost
Weak.
without risking doing charge. There are nice about at least giving you a cheap break.
やらっとそ気持ちがおばかくごまお
True.
絵がウィルルーキーとめなるポキタルーコマウィラフォスイラセーブウマウィラ
I'm surprised I didn't find any expedition journals like outside the Gestral village and like in the ancient sanctuary. warning me about do not come to the Gestural Village, they're dipshits. True. You wouldn't.
We are Foserito Kurogama. Foserito.
Its Golgra.
Isa. Malito de warrior. Tu me kuma ultima.
It wasn't
shit.
that strong.
Naru, poquito de mi respecto. Gorogito bota? Poquito le rom. Dumba el caca expediciono.
There are so many questions I'd love to ask.
We need to get to the Paintress. Noko said you could help us cross the sea.
No different.
Humano. Pincorinco tempentres.
Others have passed through here.
Thanks, Chad.
Dumba el caca expediciono. Gorogito bota? Poquito le rom.
A white-haired man destroyed it.
Surimoto priva. Me respecto.
Nah, she'd probably be back.
You know him.
Io sano villaggio. Willa foserito. Blofo. Ok. Sano vivo bota. Willa foserito eskie. Nima Cuba. Rico eskie koranisu gamawatero.
So SKA exists.
Kimotira. Esquiero fotupo kiso. Kinikaku warrior litoga ki.
Yeah, that thing is a bitch.
Eskie rarofo. Tupo eskie
Eskie
kimabano.
will eat you.
Amigis are responsibile.
We already defeated your ultimate Sakapatat.
Ki, ma, sumi, garatam! Rito te sakima regian del tornamento. Surimoto priva. Aiko. Sano zam, Herodura. Tomo de arena.
Well, those villagers are
Look
shit
to me,
down.
stranger. Puki.
The stranger.
Dumba el caca expedition. Malito de warrior. Tu me cuba ultimate sacapat. Naru. Puki tuve mi respecto. Nico.
Lead the way.
Just whatever.
O Miguel Isara aqui. Uma willa.
Ooh.
Tawa. Rta. Katolar. Nakotola. Kopartakto.
This is actually like a really cool little mini game. I'm super sad that there was like an objectively correct answer. If you do it with Lune, you get a trebuchet though. But as you've seen, I already got one. So it's not a big deal. What you do with my L, you get a weapon that you can only get from this or beating Golgra. Which is its own one.
On me.
I could be stronger. Alright, just doing a little bit picto management, see if we can get these fights to go a little bit faster. And I do know about the Hidden Gestural Arena. I don't think I've finished it at this point. Probably should go wrap that up. But it's largely a repeat of this that gets you some last stand mods that give you honestly pretty extreme buffs while fighting alone. So they can be helpful for a lot of these solo boss fights. There is actually a fair few of them in the game. There's a couple of interesting things you can do with them, to be honest. Well, you have 4 party members, you can use them to your last stand party member. And if they ever are sent out, they will be sent out alone.
Let's dance.
Which
I'm ready.
And 2 down. I won't apologise for spoiling the existence of Basco. This is CL, our 4th party member, and look, I'd have a pretty hard time defending that she's the best party member, but narratively I think she's an excellent written character. She's my favourite.
Wait, that's...
CL?
I don't blame you for thinking that, honestly.
What? How?
You'll probably go back to wishing that.
You guys? You're alive! I thought I was the only one left.
Now come down here, babes. Let's do this.
I knew you were resourceful. How did you get here?
But I'm not going to
They're
here.
expecting a bit of a show.
So I will mention that if Ciela wins this, she actually gets the weapon prize.
Flames on me.
Honestly, I think that's a really hilarious thing. There totally is an option B for who do you want to fight in the tournament.
Ready to carry.
And she also actually gets a quite good weapon. I can't remember offhand what it does. But I do remember it being quite alright. But it's not as good. Yeah.
Well, that wasn't so bad.
Yeah, it really just felt like
Same.
meeting old people.
So it wasn't so bad.
Am I one of those old people?
One day, I hope.
Ooh, that's somewhere we'll actually end up exploring.
How'd you end up here?
In maybe our next episode.
After the beach, I ended up in an odd yellow forest, not too far from here. Had to
I'm
dodge a
thinking
few
about not
mavrons.
doing the side dungeons, to be honest.
Luckily, I met a gestural who guided me here.
Thank you,
about
Renee,
you?
for not letting us get sidetracked.
Well, I woke up next to a waterfall and...
We can talk later.
But there's a lot of
Let's
side
get back to
content in
Golgra.
the game. And if you do it, you get really over-leveled.
No time to lose.
But I do want to quickly go over CL's combat mechanics during her tutorial, because I didn't understand them properly at first either. I didn't realise, effectively when you engage Twilight, that it refunds you a bunch of AP, depending on the amount of Hortel you either consume or apply when Twilight. That's really huge. I just honestly didn't realise that. until I started doing the synergy I was talking about previously. She gets a move called Bountiful Harvest. She also gets a move called Grim Harvest that heals you health based on the amount of focus foretell, sorry, consume. Which is also like alright. The AP is better than health, and really
Take your shot.
but she is also like unbelievable.
Try.
When I first got her onto her skill tree, I thought her skill tree was a death. It was like, no, we're not allowed to have all this nonsense.
Here's your card.
But it turns out with the power of Luminous, you really can achieve a lot of nutty stuff. So, some of those things aren't as impressive as some of them. But I almost wish her support moves didn't give Sun or Moon quests. It can be annoying randomly popping into Twilight. But it is also one of the easier ways to build up your Sun and Moon crests. Because the other thing I'll mention about Twilight is you enter it by having both a Sun and a Moon crest. You get Sun and Moon crest by activating your different abilities, as you may have seen in our little combat tutorial. But you get 25% bonus damage in Twilight for every seal you had when you entered it. So if you do go like Sun, Sun, Moon, you'll get 75% damage. But if you did bother to build it up for a while and go Sun, 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 X8 into Moon, then you get, what's that, 225? And I haven't actually seen an upper limit on this. The highest I ever bothered to do was 325? Because I thought the cap was 300. But it isn't. I'll say that. Surely it has a cap. But it's also so time consuming to build up that it's a little bit of a situation. Super Red Fire. I don't actually know through my first playthrough that Virtuous, for the sake of my elves abilities, counts as being an offense and defensive stance. But yeah, there's Grim Harvest, the move I mentioned previously. She also just has like whack damage potential, because in Twilight you can apply a double foretell. So if you do get like a 200% multiplier from Twilight, you can get like 200% damage per hit on some of her moves if you consume a foretell. It adds up really nutty. But she also has this thing called Fortune's Favor, I believe it's called. It might be called Fortune's Bounty. And it just straight up gives one of your characters double damage on their following turn. It's pretty nice. But it feels really awkward that she's like, this character requires a lot of setup, but realistically is one of the better supports you get. I sort of wonder if the dev's intentions was that we sort of sit there doing all set, Fortune's Bounty, what have you, whatever buffs you want to do to generate your seals, and then only actually do the applying, consuming in Twilight. Unless you do just want to go like all gas, no brakes, and just constantly go for 50% Twilights to keep that AP generation going. I'm quite fond of just going focused Foretell into Plentiful Harvest to trigger my Twilight. It means that I get the 5 AP back when I go into Twilight. It gives an ally 1 AP for every Foretell consumed. So especially once you get some of the better Foretell appliers, you really can just sort of, during Twilight, stack that up to 20, nice and easy. So on the turn before you leave Twilight, you can just sort of refill everybody's AP. And this is the Medallum. It starts you in Virtuous Stance, so you can just turn 1 PSA and basically designate and eliminate targets. It's extremely effective. It's also very good single target damage against bosses. And I actually did stop recording here, but I forgot to go get the password from Golgra, so we could go to SKA's next.
Olympic champion! Get out my way!
The password is get out of my way.
Very
But
gesture-ish.
this has been our adventures meeting the Jestrels. Next episode, we'll probably just head over to SKA's next and go meet the big
Jester
guy himself.
positivity is so heartwarming.
Thanks, Chef.
But until then, I hope you have enjoyed. Until next time, have a great day. Bye.